Unscripted.
I'm sure if you're an Xbox fanboy, you probably long for days past or the weeks past when there was a lot of negative PlayStation news. Unfortunately, that ship has sailed, and we're seeing an incredible influx of positive PlayStation news. And in particular, people were absolutely blown away by this new Ratchet Clank gameplay. Now, the funny part is that Sony has done a decent job of getting next-gen only games out there, and there's rumors that they're going to start putting stuff exclusively on PS5 because sales for like Miles Morales have been so incredible, meaning that people were waiting to get Miles Morales on PS5 until they got a PS5. Something like 90% of the sales for that game are on the PlayStation 5. And it's just been an incredible uptake. Now, when it comes to Ratchet and Clank, we saw this gorgeous video yesterday, absolutely blowing everybody away with some of the best-looking graphics we've ever seen. I thought it'd be fun to kind of compare it to Microsoft's upcoming big AAA that they're releasing that's taking full advantage of the Xbox Series X power. And man, it was a close call because Microsoft clearly went all out right here. It's pretty incredible. But for me personally, I think that it's very smart for Sony to hit back-to-back with games that are out there taking full advantage of the PlayStation 5 skill set and that DualSense controller. You look at Returnal, that's releasing tomorrow. That looks to be pretty incredible. It looks like the review scores are going to be very through the roof for that. It's taking full advantage of the DualSense controller as well. But what really excited me was this new Ratchet & Clank gameplay. This is absolutely incredible to see, and developers are talking about it as well. So like Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart gameplay trailer blew us all away, a former EA game developer has reacted to Insomniac's latest showcase of the game and gave us a deeper perspective on just how impressive the game looks. The most striking reaction they offer comes when they transport to the city, where they say if only Cyberpunk looked like this, highlighting how bustling atmosphere and beautiful lighting compared to Cyberpunk's underwhelming graphics a tad bit earlier. He also touches on just how detailed and sharp the game looks itself. As the trailer progresses, he remarks that the environments are incredibly detailed, which is also what stood most out to everybody when the trailer was actually released. And before the trailer ends, they conclude by touching on how beautiful everything looks and the amount of detail in every inch of the environment. Overall, it reiterates a lot of what has had us excited about the game, but it's nice to get developers actually talking so positively about a game. And I think that, I will link this so you guys can check it out. But yeah, absolutely incredible to see this. Now, there's also an Insomniac developer himself who says Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is the best looking video game ever. Right? So think about that. Yes, it's an Insomniac employee, but this employee was just working on an Xbox game a couple of months ago. So principal designer Drew Murray and the community director James Stevenson independently talked up the upcoming game's visual following the release of a new gameplay trailer featuring a mix of gameplay and cinematic footage. Captured on the PlayStation 5, the trailer introduced a Lombax resistant fighter called Rivet and some brand new locations, including Nefarious City, and offered a sneak peek at some of the new weapons and gameplay mechanics. The trailer was released ahead of the new State of Play presentation from Sony, which is taking place on April 29th. It'll feature more than 15 minutes of fresh gameplay from Insomniac's PS5 exclusives, plus updates on a pair of upcoming indie titles, which is really cool if you think about it as well. And I quote, "This is the best looking video game ever made, period," wrote Murray, who recently rejoined Insomniac Games from Xbox's Perfect Dark studio, The Initiative. It won't be forever, of course, but on June 11th, I 100% stand behind that statement, and I say that having had literally no hand in making it, just observing with awe since I returned to Insomniac Games. Stunning. I played through the game at home on my 77-inch OLED, Stevenson wrote. It's the best looking video game I've ever seen. The team has knocked this out of the park to create a PS5 showpiece. Many fans also reacted positively to the trailer, expressing excitement about the game's visuals, saying how graphically superior it is, how amazing it looks, and these are some of the quotes. "Looks absolutely stunning. This is why we buy next-gen consoles. They put Pixar to shame. Can't wait to play it. I'm also so excited about this game. It looks so good and beautiful. June 11th can't come any faster. I don't think I've seen a modern AAA game where gameplay so closely hits the same visual fidelity bar of cinematics. A games industry communicator obviously was also talking about this, and thinks that it looks absolutely incredible. So anyway, the game is actually releasing June 11th, 2021, which is not too far away if you think about it. A little bit more than a month away, and we'll have Returnal and some other stuff to play in the meantime. But this is just goes on to show you that, you know, these games are looking absolutely incredible, and the visual fidelity that they're getting out of the PlayStation 5 just really goes to show you, you know, just how amazing these things can be. I personally think that it could be the best looking game I've ever seen as well. And, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like that's, you know, people are going to obviously have sort of a lot of different opinions on this stuff, but I think that it does go to kind of showcase that Sony knew what they were doing. Releasing PlayStation 5 only games will get you plenty of sales because people are hungry for content. So even if you have 8 million consoles out, which it looks like they do, it's pretty clear to see that, you know, most of those people are looking to buy these games, and you'll continue to see some pretty big numbers down the line from them. So yeah, I thought that this was really pretty amazing to see nonetheless, and I think that, you know, fans are going to be fans about stuff, or fanboys about stuff, one way or the other. So as far as I can tell, you know, I do wish Microsoft had some games, but unfortunately, when Returnal releases, that'll be 600 days since Microsoft last released a AAA exclusive of their own. And while I'm sure they're going to have some at the end of the year, I still think it has a long way to go if you're a fan before you start getting these games that are, you know, top of the top line, you know, just realistic games that people are absolutely kind of looking forward to and excited about. And I do think that, you know, we could see that years from now, but it's that wait up until, you know, we see that. And I think that that's going to be the tough part for a lot of Xbox fans, because they're going to start seeing stuff like Returnal, which looks like it's going to score incredibly well, and then Ratchet Clank, which obviously is going to score and sell incredibly well. Like, they're going to have to deal with that. And obviously you're going to have stuff like Horizon Forbidden West and probably God of War early next year. So yeah, they're going to have to deal with like a little bit of that, you know, green-eyed monster situation where they're a little bit jealous about what's coming and what's going on. So that's just human nature. But, you know, I do think that it's great to see that the console space is in such a, you know, such a state that things are going so well. And in particular, the PlayStation 5 is absolutely out there crushing it in the biggest and best way possible, and that does well for all of us. Like, if you're just a gaming fan, you should be very happy about this. But you know, this is kind of a satirical video, just poking a little bit of fun. I think Xbox will be fine long term. Obviously, they've got to work out some of their game situations. Like, I don't understand sometimes what they're doing. If you look at it, like Hellblade 2 just got a game director. Like, that game supposedly was in development since 2019, and they just got a game director. You know, Perfect Dark supposedly is maybe 2024, and that game's been in the works and supposedly had a playable state. So I'm not sure what's up with these games that Microsoft is releasing, but really, wow, I have no idea what's going on there. I've never seen, you know, a company struggle so badly to get a game out the way that they have. But yeah, with that being said, I will link this in the description. You guys can check it out. What do you think of Ratchet Clank? Did you think it looked incredible, or were you more interested in, you know, Returnal? Are you more interested in Horizon Forbidden West? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, thank you. Please subscribe, hit the like button, share it out. Take care of each other. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.